Hello everyone, this is going to be a very quick video. I'm just going to be talking about the new Helldivers patch that just came out. So the first changes that they've implemented are the Eruptor. It does heavy armor penetration now on the projectile explosive. The shrapnel is still the same, so technically this is going to be a huge upgrade. It's going to be able to kill a lot more enemies on the bot front, as it's going to be doing more damage to medium armor penetration targets, and it's going to be killing hulks much quicker, which is going to be awesome. So the next thing will be assault rifles do more damage now. So as you can see, I believe this used to do 70 damage. Now it's 80. Or I think it was 75, or I think it was 70. It was 70 or 75. I can't remember exact numbers, but I believe this is the same amount of damage, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe you'll remember if this is less or more. I thought it was 85 or 65, sorry. Anyway, so a lot of the assault rifles did get a little damage boost. I'm not sure if this one did. This one definitely did, as this one did. I think this was 70 or 75. This is also the same number because it's the same weapon. And this one was 95 because I remember using this one. So I got 10 damage buff. And then I believe this was, I don't remember what number this was, but I'm not sure if this increased as well. We'll have to check. But assault rifles have been increased for damage, which is awesome, as well as some submachine guns, it seems. This one, I believe, used to do 75. Now it's 80. I think this one also did 65 for some reason. This one seems the same. I'm not sure if this one changed. It might have been 65. I don't remember, honestly. So after that, we have the Slugger. They said that they increased they reverted this gun back to its old state. I'm not sure what that state was because I didn't play during the time, but it looks like it got more damage. It might have been 250, I believe, before, and now it's 280. So that's an awesome damage increase. So now there are upgraded stratagems, the one being the rocket pods. They have an extra use now. They used to have 3, now they have 4. Mainly this is because a lot of inconsistencies whenever you'd call them in, and they would sometimes miss. So they're giving you an extra chance to get some extra damage in. And then calling in mech exosuits, you can now call in an extra one. There used to be 2, now it's 3, which is awesome. Who doesn't love mechs? Seriously. That's it for the stratagems and weapons. And as for the categorization of items, now they are organized in the stratagem. So they're organized by orbital, eagle runs, or like eagle call-ins. Now there's organized by weapon, type, backpack, and then vehicle. So it's very nice to be able to like go through everything and select it much more uniformly, instead of it being kind of randomized and mixed. So that's going to be awesome. Now there is another part of this patch, and it is the AI for the bots apparently didn't have enough responsive time, or they were kind of like derping out a lot of the time. So now they react much more quickly. They make smart decisions, or they make decisions faster, essentially. So they have more, as they said, CPU processing power. So they're more responsive. They're going to be shooting probably more. They're going to recognize you and start shooting more quickly in comparison to how they would kind of like just stare at you sometimes. Now, as for the dropship upgrades that they changed, a big change is the dropships that have been coming in. People have been complaining about a lot of the defend missions where people would sit on like an anti-tank weapon and dropships would come in, and then they just blow up the ships with one shot, and then they'd just die, right? They were like very trivial. Now for the bots, apparently they're going to have armor on the primary section of the dropship, so it's going to take more shots to take it down. I believe the thrusters will still take 1 shot. So I'm not sure if that really fixed anything. That's usually what people were aiming for all the time, and I don't think it's going to die any slower. It's still going to die the same speed. So I'm not sure. They should probably reconsider maybe making those harder to hit or something, but anyway, that's something else. Squids, aka the Illuminate, now have shielded dropships, which means you can no longer one-shot them with a recoilless rifle. Means you'll have to blow them up, much like how they are on the ground, where you have to break the shield and then blow them up. That's going to be the same case when they're flying in and dropping enemies off. I think this is a good change. We'll see how it is when they add more units for the Illuminate. That might be a different problem, but for now, that's what that is. And that's it for all of the changes so far for the patch notes. So hopefully this was a nice summary, so you guys didn't have to go through the 6-minute video and just click on mine and ignore that. Thanks for watching. I wanted to get this out as fast as possible, so stay tuned for more Helldivers content. Hopefully I'll be making a video about the Eruptor now, because it's kind of crazy. It sounds insane that you can kill Hulks. All right, thanks for watching.